Hi everyone, and welcome back to Cosmic Crit. This is Patrick, your GM, and your fearless leader, marching these foolish fools into a full-on winter ground war with the Swarm. Welcome back to the show, and welcome to April. The big news this month is, this is the month of our online charity convention, Cosmic CritterCon 3. April 17th through the 19th will be online gaming with Starfinder Society games on Discord and your favorite online tabletop simulators, including Roll20. This week, we will have an announcement on our Twitter and Discord for when tables are going to open up for signups, as well as the donation portals for our charity boon tickets for random drawings. Like last year, we are going to be supporting Doctors Without Borders in their very important mission. And for every $1,000 that we raise, we will have an additional random drawing for one donor to win more gifts and prizes. Doctors Without Borders, more than ever, is going to need our help in fighting COVID-19 across the planet, along with other outbreaks and medical emergencies around the globe. And every dollar is going straight to the organization, right through the donation portal. We're going to be streaming online Friday the 17th. Saturday we're going to have the Starfinder Society special. So just get ready to game that weekend and raise money for a great cause. We thank everyone for your support last year and your support upcoming in a few weeks. And we're going to talk about this more in the episode, so you're going to hear me say this all again. But thank you regardless for listening right now. That's going to do it for this week's introduction. Let's just get into this episode. This is 129, and it's titled Insects and the City.
Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. And if you want to test me, I'm sure you'll find that the episodes that reach you are sure to teach you about Starfinder. So whether you like it or not, here's a podcast to feature. We're about to rhyme and hit buttons in time on this week's episode of Cosmica the Rapper. This is your GM here, your Game Master Onion, asking you if you have a master plan now. Joining me, getting ready to punch the Swarm and their bug faces are my 5 2D animated friends. To my right, she's funny and sunny as penicillin is a strain in a petri dish. It's Rebecca rolling with Sunny Zinnia.
Hello.
Across from her, you gotta believe that this robo-pooch knows how to freestyle. It's Drew delivering Echo 7.
Do you see the dredgers on the left?
To my right, if chins could kill, this one certainly would, as it's bathed in Solarian energy. It's Tyler dredging up Joe DeVascio.
Should just be happy that I take a bath anyway.
Across from him, he's worried his dad is going to bite him if he doesn't become an H to the E to the R to the O. It's Jabert plain as stressed.
I'll button mash ya into the trash ya.
And across the digital table, why this little guy's turning tables and spinning wax. Why it's Miles mixing it up with MC King Kong Sprouts. Good evening. Hi guys, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Excellent, Patrick. Nothing's going wrong at all right now.
No, it's a beautiful sunny April, and it definitely doesn't feel like summer already, I'm sure, for some people on the podcast in the South. But yeah, no, it's nice here. I imagine it's like probably 90s or 100s in Atlanta.
It's rained for 46 days straight.
Yeah, no one likes spring. Spring is the worst. Spring is the worst season. Can we all agree on that?
No.
Absolute worst.
No,
I'm with you.
Winter
Fall,
is the
summer,
worst
winter,
season.
spring, just the worst. Terrible.
All
Well,
right.
up here it's pretty bad weather.
Fall and winter are my jam.
Yeah.
Spring
Go
is
for-
prettiest, though. There tends to be a lot of rain, but you get all the flowers and
Everything's
I like
coated in
it.
pollen, and no
There's
one
nothing to be
breathes.
excited about this season. It's awful. Except spring is the season that we have our online convention, CritterCon 3. Ho ho ho. Yeah, see me going there.
Segue
To, I'm sure we'll talk about this in our intros as well, but last year I want to thank everyone that came out and contributed and donated and played games. We raised almost $4,000 for Doctors Without Borders, and we would love to add on to that amount this year for CritterCon 3, which is April 17th, 18th, and 19th. talking about MSF, Doctors Without Borders. They are currently right now in Burkina Faso, on the border between the U.S. and Mexico, providing services to people that need it there, and responding to viral outbreaks wherever they might be in the world. We don't need to talk about specifics here, but they could be in a country that speaks Chinese currently, trying to help out there. So every single dollar that we can get to support them, we thank our Crittermander fans out there that help with that. I'm very happy to announce that we're going to be doing it up bigger this year. CritterCon 3 is going to have more prizes and special Paizo products and things that we're going to give away, as well as sell raffle tickets for, things like that. So yeah, mark your calendars now for that. Are you guys, the 5 of you, excited for CritterCon 3?
Oh yeah,
always.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to the full-size Doshko that Jabert's giving away.
Yeah, I'm making this out of
Looks around office.
Oh, you mean my wife? She is going to be forging a sword out of beer cans, and
I would pay for that. That's not a joking matter. That sounds awesome. Before we get to CritterCon, we got some more episodes of podcast to play. That's probably going to take us, by the time we get there, to the end of book 1 of this adventure path, which I'm very excited about. But before we do that, we need to first talk about what happened last time on Cosmic Crit.
Well, some things are just open and shut. Doesn't happen often, but count your blessings when they do, because more often than not, things are going to turn sideways quicker than you can say Stella Degenerata. After investigating the Temple of Hylax, finally came across Zelenon, who looks to have been cooped up here longer than what's healthy for him. Seems mighty interested in Trest. It was all hocus pocus, and I was keeping an eye on our Archesis in case we had company, which of course we did, because this is war, and the universe sees fit to keep our status as, when it rains, it pours. Monstrous armored bug came tearing in, and just when it seemed like we might have a handle on it, revealed to be hiding a bunch of dredgers, because, otherwise it'd be easy, right? We took them in for the eternal dirt nap all the same, grabbed Zelenon and legged it. Not before I saw our Trixie Strixie nab something from the temple. No point in saying something yet. We're abandoning this planet, and no harm, no foul. Let's just hope our sticky fingers don't come back to haunt us.
That Trixie Strixie.
Yeah, Trixie Strixie's pretty good. I like that mouth.
That's been there several times now in Sprout stories. Apparently, that's his nickname for her.
Yeah, that's Sprout's like an affectionate name for Zinnia. I mean, he's not condemning. He just saw, well, that's a thing that happened. Like, because
did you actually see it last time we played?
Retroactively, I inserted that in for the intro. But even if he did, it's this planet's done. Like, so who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the only person who would really be upset about it would be Devasho or Trest.
Nobody cares about your bug feelings.
Sprouts comes from the mean streets. He sees petty crime like that all the time. It's not worth talking about.
Looking back on your perception, it looks like you rolled a 20 in total, which was not enough to see. Maybe you saw her go up there, but
well, yeah, then you can take it out of the intro.
No. Well, it would be funny if you couldn't comment on a bunch of stuff that happened last week, because
right. That's where I was coming from. I was like, I've got to do it for the intro. Whether or not Sprout saw it doesn't matter.
Sprout's got his head cut off, so not a lot happened last week. Right. So as we left off, you guys had left the Temple of Hylax. You just reached the northern outskirts of Reos City. The snow has been falling hard here, adding arduous hours of driving on your return trip that has been completely quiet. Sunlight just starting to peek out over the distant dark clouds to the east, and the city is eerily silent. And you notice something all at once, just terrifying, as you crest the hill and see the skyline in the distance. You see nothing. See no signs of ships flying above the spaceport. No movement in the city below. Where the day before it was a stream of vessels landing and taking off, it now seems like an empty sky besides the sheer white blanket of snow falling here. You do see a few fires burning in the metropolis's western side, as well as the spaceport that's in their smoke clouds barreling to the sky above you. But besides that, there's no visible movement in the city anywhere.
Oh. If one of us Can like one of us get on comms and try to radio our CO?
Yeah. So you got like the brief last week edge of what seemed like a repeating message about the evacuation. But as you get on there now, it maybe takes a few minutes, and as you're doing that, you will have to abandon your vehicle as once more the congestion on the road in the city, just like when you got there the prior day or two days prior. You'll have to walk a few miles into the city as cars have just been abandoned for miles around in the suburbs. But yeah, as you get into the city proper, your comm units crackle to life as they ping onto local satellite amplifiers placed around the city. And you get a call on your comms from Commander Najiri, who contacts you seemingly on what seems like a one-way communication, like a transmission. So she might be pretty far away. And she says, "Midnight Squad, do you read me? Evacuation ended last night when Command had to call back air support over Rios. The Swarm Armada is shifting west faster than we anticipated. Respond back if you are just getting to the evacuation zone. Your signal seems very weak, but if you're hearing this, you must find a way off Susquehanna. Get to the spaceport. There is a massive swarm army to the south. It is making your way towards you. The only way you will be able to outrun it is in a starship. Save whoever you can and get out of there now. Rendezvous on Ultranius." There is a satellite image that is forwarded to your comms with that showing the hills to the south of Rios, dark with millions of insects, a plague of dredgers and convasites, as well as flying Vorthoma. Raz Jungat looks over your shoulder and says, "Maybe it's time you cut me loose and I take my chances swimming in the frozen SQ Ocean, huh?"
Sit down.
All right. Okay. You guys are full up with him, and you've got Zelenon there as well.
So are there any, and I know you said Rios, they had finished the evacuation. Are there no spaceships or anything that we could take?
Well, we got to go to the spaceport and find out. That's what she said. So I guess
okay, so
open it to spaceport.
Okay, well then let's keep on trucking.
Yeah, so it's only like a 30-minute walk or so.
Can we assume that we took a rest to replenish SP in the truck?
Yeah, I mean, it's been like 7 or 8 hours driving through the night to get to Rio. So you guys have had plenty of time to take a 10-minute rest. Like I said, it's about half hour as you walk through the silent city to the outskirts of the Sator Regional Spaceport. Zelenon behind you kind of shuffling through the snow, supported by a mildly perturbed but seemingly concerned Raz.
Can I do a sense motive on Raz? I just want to see if he's anticipating something. Like, because, it's like one of those things where I'm wondering if he knows something, like why walking through here might be dangerous, since he is an ex-con. I don't know if he heard something when he was spending his time with his other ex-cons.
He saw the map of the area and realizes that you guys are about to become insect friends in a little while.
Do we need to try to find other survivors? Is there a way that we can reach out to see if anybody else is?
I mean, you can like search as you're going through and certainly like call out and things like that. How else do you think you might do that?
I just didn't know if there was like a broadband open communication that we could send through, like an emergency transmitter or something like that.
Yeah, like I said, the satellites did seem to be fairly unreliable, even still here. But there is like local comm towers that you can ping and things like that, so you can send out messages as you walk. As you get to the spaceport, you do see these huge columns of black smoke rising into the sky, and if you pop open your environmental protections, you can just get hit in the face with the smell of acrid burning Thassaran base fuel, spaceship fuel here. You see in the spaceport dozens of destroyed ships lying scattered across the various landing pads. Their frames broken, kind of collapsed in on themselves, chemically melted. Some of the control towers and private hangars are still standing here, though some of them are in flames as well. Wasn't everyone make me a perception check as you're just like on the outskirts? There's maybe a few metal gates between you and the spaceport here.
What's the light level?
We're we're in normal light now because we're in the day.
It's a 17 from Sprouts.
Hero moment. Dang it.
So 17 is the highest, and I think that is just going to be enough for Sprouts to see some movement at the edges of one of these still standing private hangars, maybe a few hundred meters away. You just catch, through the white snow here, a flash of maybe like a yellow vest or something moving. What would you like to do?
We should probably maybe call out to them. I don't think surprising anyone who's left behind from an evacuation with the swarm on the way is the best move.
I swear to Hylax, if we have to deal with space goblins right now, I'm gonna freak out.
See, that's funny. I was going to suggest that me and Tyler both sneak up on them and we pull a swarm prank.
We swear we're bugs. Like
that's right. Stick me up underneath your armpit real quick, and then I'll drop out and surprise
I feel
him.
like Devasha would just come around the corner like swarm noises.
Argle bargle.
Boy, I hate thinking for myself. Jeez Louise, it's the worst. Boy, I like eating everything. That is tops.
Maybe Sprouts plugs in a megaphone into Echo 7 and uses it to extra, calling out for
once again. You guys think there's megaphones everywhere in this sci-fi universe. I think you're gonna have to put some money down on one of those.
Every armor, every set of armor has a.
No, but if you want to head on over and make yourself known, before too long, what looks like an older woman steps out from one of these hangars and approaches you, kind of greets you in a weary tone, and a few other survivors come out slowly after her. This is what she looks like here. And she says, hello, troopers. My name is Kalora Gishi. I was on the city council here in Rios. These others and I were headed for the last transport off the planet when a wing of swarm starships descended on the spaceport and destroyed every vessel in sight. And we were blown back by the explosions. And when we came to, it seemed like SDF had already left, and we couldn't contact them to let them know we had survived. We've been searching for an undamaged ship since then, but we haven't been able to find anything.
Which of these hangars have you searched so far? How much have you narrowed it down?
She'll point to a couple behind her. There's 3 or 4 that are fairly smaller, but are undamaged. Mm-hmm. As she's talking to you and pointing these out, the rest of a small group of evacuees comes forward, and in it you see some familiar faces from Fort Gallant, the beautiful and not at all a self-portrait of a man that is Xantos Lochwort, this beautiful beast.
Lochwort!
The scientist, as well as the aristocratic human Elliot Stilts, pulling behind them what looks like beat-up boxes of scientific equipment. But in addition to that, you see some others you've not seen before. There's a gruff-looking dwarf, a Kasathan covered head to toe in cold winter gear with a face obscuring glasses and headscarf, a Sheeran in a bright yellow corporate jumper, which is probably what Sprouts saw from afar, and a very large Instar Decimar, which is another bug alien race, and it's kind of like the pupil form of a butterfly people. And it's hard to see this one as they're trudging through the snow, but you see what looks like a small robotic penguin. Why don't you make me a life science to figure out what this last one is?
It's a 21 for Xenia, but that's a -5 to the DC if it's in biology.
You've not met any of them before. This is a new alien playable species, new to Starfinder, introduced in this adventure path, called Trinier. And they are basically from the Pluto of the Susquehanna system, this very small icy dwarf planet. It's way out there, and they have seemingly they are somewhat a construct race. They have come into knowledge of their existence after the gap. So fairly new race, and all this one seems to do, I'm unsure if you want to talk to it, it just waddles in a circle and says quonk all the time. Just quonk, quonk. Quonk, quonk, quonk.
I love it already. I will protect this thing at all costs.
Maybe 3 feet tall.
Miles/Sprouts has an ultimatum for everyone. Either the penguin goes, or we all die.
I think Sprouts had his new best friend.
Yeah.
So the Kalorigishi says, please, soldiers, you must help us. I fear if we don't get off the planet soon that, well, we will never get off of it. What would you guys like to do?
Let's find us a ship.
And how do you plan to go about doing that?
No way off planet without a ship. So that's what we got to find.
Yeah. Seems like a priority. Yeah.
Oh, great.
I mean, I suppose, we can narrow down which ones are likely to contain ships by which ones are fully ablaze.
Do you want to divide and conquer? Spread out?
Not even a little.
Why not?
Does this group have any engineers as part of their in the refugee group?
If you ask around, no. We got a scientist. The dwarf introduces himself and says, "The name's Brattlebur Bilgebratter," and talks about rocks a lot. He's a geologist.
That's useful in fixing a spaceship.
Is there a culture check we can make that might reveal another place in the city that also? I mean, if there are hangars around that we can also check that they haven't checked, we should do so. Mm-hmm. But in the case that those are empty as well, is there a culture check we can make that might reveal another location in the city, like a private corporation that might have? Is there a spaceship factory where we can just go build our own spaceship?
or maybe there's a spaceship that looks kind of damaged if you're not an engineer, but is actually fixable.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe there's a junkyard and we can find the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Well, that piece of junk? I immediately shoot you guys out of the sky. No, if you do want to, you can even conscript these evacuees to help you out. Certainly Raz can as well, to start, trudging through the snow, looking all over the spaceport. But it's only a few minutes into your search as you're out in the open that your comm units once again spark to life as at the same time, a tiny spacecraft flies over the spaceport, kind of buzzing you. A video pops up in your comm feeds, and it is another familiar face from Fort Gallant, none other than that of Anasia Render, Sprout's pistol thief and heir to the Render crime family. And let's see, her face in the video is illuminated from below by the electronic readouts of the vessel she has commandeered. And she smirks and says, I thought I made you all out from above. And if it isn't my favorite soldiers in blue, hello, Midnight Squad, how's tricks?
A little dicey right now, Renda. You wouldn't happen to have a little extra room for a couple of flatfoots, would you?
Oh, yeah, no, looks like you're all in trouble down there. Unfortunately, this ship only has room for 3 people, me, myself, and I. I do have a lead on another vessel that never made it out of its hangar here at the spaceport if you're interested.
Any port in the storm.
Because you all didn't throw me to the other SDF wolves back at Fort Gallant, this information is free of charge. It's a one-time coupon you all earned, so don't think I'm going to go soft on you here. You'll find a locked underground hangar bay at the coordinates I'm sending you belong to a hotshot slime ball that got himself whacked a while back by the name of Gar Malgero. It's a pleasure cruiser, but it's certainly enough to get you and your crowd off planet.
Is Gar Malgero, is that name familiar?
It is, yeah. That was the guy your Callow senator or whatever met with.
Is this the ship that Raz was trying to steal? And
it was. Or he was
trying to rob from
steal something on board. Yeah, supposedly, and he can. If he's listening on comms, like listening in, I don't know, has like an ear to Echo 7's chest for his comm unit. It's like, oh, Gouge Margera. Oh, great, we're going back to that. He Raz can inform you that he did have like a legitimate starship business, but also was known for running illegal things. Smuggling, if you will. This is not the Millennium Falcon, though. It's a different kind of smuggling. Anasia says, listen, Sprouts, you make it off this rock, and based on this tip, we're no longer square. I do any more favors for you, and you're going to owe me one. But maybe you look me up in Ultranius and I can call in a favor. You feel me?
I feel ya.
Well, with that, good luck, Midnight Squad. We'll see you off planet. She kind of kicks in the afterburners, and the comms cut out as her vehicle makes for an angle of escape in her like a parabola over the spaceport here. And yeah, as soon as the jets are barely visible, the rumble dies down on the wind. You guys can make your way to these coordinates and find a very small, nondescript cement building, which looks more like a shed than anything. It does not look like it is able to hold a spaceship in it, but this is exactly where she has directed you towards, and it is nearly covered with snow. But as you get close to it, it looks like it has taken some damage from a swarm attack, as the door is nearly blown off its hinges, and peering inside, you see a metal staircase leading down.
Are we hauling all those people behind us?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're leading a snack bar, essentially.
Yeah. So with Zelenin and Raz, I think it's like 9 people.
Okay.
Zelenin steps forward and says, with the other evacuees, he's maybe binding up a wound on the Sheeran evacuee's leg. And as you guys get there, says, you all should head out now before us. Who knows what dangers might lurk down there, but the survivors and I here will hide at the top of the stairs. And if you find a vessel and are ready for us, just contact me and we'll make our way down to you. May the Forever Queen watch over you, Midnight Squad.
Thank you. And you as well.
Right. So the lights in this small building are off, and you can see through the darkness the very simple set of metal stairs leading down maybe about 100 feet or so. But it is indeed pitch black in here. What are your guys' marching order and light sources?
Biggie up front.
Well, I have dark vision, so
Biggie up front.
Biggie up front, glowing hot.
All right, Bigum's going to take the front. I'll bring up the rear.
I'll go right behind Devasho.
And I'll go behind Trixie Strixie there and kick on my infrared sensors.
Sprouts will hop on top of Echo, and he's got a light source, doesn't he? Didn't he use something in the?
Yeah, if you want to basically do the exact same thing as on Clutchstone Ridge, I think.
Yeah,
Xenia might have given you her flashlight.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or comm unit. Is that?
And I have, and I glow. I do my little 20-foot glow.
Yeah, you do.
you are a constant source of light, Tyler.
Yeah, I'm a sparkle boy.
I'm going to take us down there now to a new map, which is also using Roll20's delightful light features, which I love so much. And these stairs lead down to a simple steel door. There is a very obvious security camera looking behind you all towards this door. Though since the hangar, it doesn't seem like power is on, at least in this hallway. It doesn't look operational, like there's a light on it that is black. The door has a simple numeric keypad on the wall next to it, controlling the lock, but it seems without power, it cannot be unlocked by entering the correct code, unless it was juiced up. Why don't you guys make me a perception check while you're hanging out down here?
My favorite.
20 from Sprouts.
I can do it. Dang it.
Perception, not your cup of tea.
No.
Looking this over, you think that you could probably jerry rig it to like hook up one of your own batteries to the pen pad to try and hack into this thing, or there's ways to you can just beat the door down or try and disable the lock with engineering. How do you guys want to get through here?
Well, we're going to need to find the power source to get in here anyway, because we're going to need to get the doors open to fly the ship out, I presume.
Yeah, I mean, but this is door one of this facility.
Yeah, so it would only restore power to one door, so
yeah, that's like hooking up one of your weapons batteries to the pin pad itself.
So I'd be happy to engineer my way through, unless y'all want to computerize it. But yeah, I'll engineer.
Yeah, my best idea other than that is just stick my sword in and wiggle it Yeah, that's the best I got. So
that would be a strength check. That'd be trying to use it like a fulcrum.
Yeah,
like a lever.
So I think engineering is a good choice.
Otherwise, Devasho has to break it with a shield.
Can I get an assist on this, or?
Yeah, there's probably enough room at the door for one person to like maybe hold the weighted bar while you're like jiggling in there trying to unlock it.
Anyone else have engineering?
Who else has engineering? I have some.
I have +2.
I have +4.
Okay. Okay.
That sounds.
I guess I'll do it on my own.
No, I mean, I've got +4, so I can try to assist.
Yeah, same.
I've been rolling rocks tonight.
Why would you say that? Never mind. You should keep saying that.
Those are 2 assists.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Well, it looks like Drew rolled perception again.
Oh.
But it's okay. We only need only one person.
My perception and my engineering are the same. So.
Oh, okay. Well, barely an assist, but only one of these is going to work for you. But you've got it, I'm sure, Zinnia, because you're some kind of freak operative skill.
That's a 22 with the assist.
Oh yeah, that is enough.
And I also have an engineering kit, so I get no penalty on this if that matters.
It does, because otherwise it'd be like 22, I think, exactly, to open this up. So you're able to basically just dismantle the lock, and so do you want to let Devasho open the door up, or are you doing like one of the cool like open sesame in like a heist movie moments?
Yeah, I'll step aside and kind of gesture to him to go ahead and open the door.
Falco, push!
Open the pod bay doors, Devasho.
So let me get to the map, and I will do this for you. Boop, opening up this so you can see into this hallway here. As soon as you open up the door, though, there is an ear-piercing sonic blast hits you all in the face. The pressure of which is nearly enough to knock you off your feet, burst your eardrums. I need everyone to make a fortitude save.
Come on, Fort.
Oh, that's not good.
We are looking at DC 12.
Oh!
Zinnia got a 5.
I think I got
definitely failed.
Echo 7 got a 16.
Got a 12 exactly.
12 saves.
Natural 20.
Now, if this is a saving throw against mind-affecting effects, paralysis, poison, polymorph, sleep, or stunning, I get +2, which would make me 12.
Ooh, stunning.
This is sonic damage that's going to be coming at you, and the deafened condition. And unfortunately, I don't believe the plant bonus is going to do anything for that. So both Sprouts and Zinnia have failed here. And everyone else is going to take half damage from 2d6 of Sonic. Ooh, 9 points, which is 4 on the half. But like I said, those who failed the save, Zinnia and Sprouts, why don't you each roll me a d4? A 2 and a 3. Not that it will super matter here, but that is the number of hours that you have the deafened condition for.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's not a pretty one. One of the things that is going to affect is initiative, as well as you automatically fail auditory perception checks, things like that.
Yeah, it's a -4 penalty to initiative, and opposed perception checks, and any sound-based perception checks you just fail flat out.
Yes. Oh, do you have the
Paizo
official
card?
Yeah. What's this little goblin look like?
He's got one of those little ear horn things.
It looks like an oil funnel. It does abate after about like 15 seconds or so, this blast. But yeah, you can see like right above the door, it looks like a separate power source feeding this the security device.
Can we take it?
Can you take it? Take it with you?
Take the power source.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's a very minor battery, but as you can see, do you want to look it over, Devasho?
Sure. Yeah, I think he would try to rip it out in order to cut the alarm.
You'd probably have to make an engineering check to disable it, but you can tell that it has a minimal battery power and seems to be charging back up.
Can I disable it?
Yeah. Devasho would point at it and be like,
"Yes,
I think it is recharging for another round."
Yeah, you can fly up there and.
I tried. That's an 11.
Oh no. Thankfully, this thing does have some time before it blows again. So failing that is not going to set it off once more. But if you take 10 on this, you'll be able to, there's a couple of wires you can snip to disable it completely.
Okay.
Oh boy, yeah, it resets in a minute. So actually, why don't you roll with that for me? Because I don't know if taking 10...
Take 10 requires more than a minute, I think.
Well, it depends on the skill. But I think, you're not going to roll 5 2s in a row, right, Rebecca?
I hope not. You want another
just roll me one
engineering?
more. Yeah, roll me one more time.
It's a 19.
Yeah, it's DC 16 to disable this. So, all right, we're moving on. And you guys see the bare hallways of this underground bunker are just unpainted cement. There's some maybe power conduits and heating pipes running along the ceiling about 12 feet over your heads. And the cement floor is scuffed in places from what looks like heavy footprints and tire marks. You see these cement hallways. You guys can begin to move out and in whatever order you'd like. There's one going east-west, one going north-south. Make me a perception check now that you're out here in looks like a fairly large facility.
Boy, I'm loving all these perception checks.
Where's my ride?
I'm right there.
Oh, there they are.
God, Blarg.
This would be a 25 for Zinnia, as long as it's vision-based.
My name's Echo 7, and I can only roll a 7.
Excellent. So a 26 and a 22 from our 2 deaf characters. All right. So nobody hears what is happening.
Oh, no.
Here. Maybe the ringing in the rest of your ears is like too much, as you don't hear a slow whirring noise of hover jets of some kind coming in your direction as turning the corner just at the edge of your vision, I believe. Good friend Devasho is going to be able to make out something coming right for him. And
there is something coming right for me.
Eh?
I said, oh, never mind.
What was that? This is what this thing looks like. I'm going to try and where we have some space here, make it a little bit bigger.
Make it big.
It's a little floating orb with a couple of arms stapled on it.
Stapled?
Yeah, just bolted right on this floating orb. You might recognize this as an observer class security robot with robotic arms attached to the side. And as it comes up to you, Devasho, you hear it call out, "Unauthorized persons detected. Initiating neutralization protocol." Oh, we're in initiative turn order. Everyone, make those rolls. Don't worry that much because I did roll a 1 on initiative.
All right.
Pretty small there. I do have a pretty good initiative, right? Yes, but that still means we got a lot of people going first. So you're those of you with dark vision can see at the end of this hallway, and the rest of them can inform that about 30 feet in front of Devasho down this hallway, there's indeed a security robot. First in the turn order is Trest. Jabert.
Oh boy, let's see here.
Got a lot of your friends in your way right now, and you technically cannot. Do you have dark vision?
No, I've got a flashlight. Sort of like attached to my armor, but
so you'd have to move up to be able to see this thing.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, I'm gonna move up the 20 feet that I can move, and I don't think I can see it yet, so I'll move up another 20 feet.
And then, that should just be able to get you within range of seeing this baddie.
And I point it out and I say, "Here it is."
Drew, Echo 7 is next with a 16, and now you can see this thing illuminated at the end of the hallway through Devasho's chitinous plates. What would Echo 7 like to do?
Taking a shot. It's a 15 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit.
For 1 damage.
Oh, that's barely a hit. It's a little hit. It's a baby hit. But first points of damage on, and now you have moved your good friend Sprouts closer, and Sprouts, you are you're able to see because of Trest's light here with low light vision. So go ahead and make an attack.
All right. So he infers kind of what's going on as he sees his buddy and Ride take a shot at this orb. So he's going to assume that he missed the information that this was a bad guy. So he's going to do a trick attack. And a CR 9 or lower.
Yes, tricked.
So it's a 22 to hit.
And a hit.
For 3 damage total.
All right, another little plink off of this thing's circular hide. Next is a Devasho.
All right, we're going to take a move action. We're going to go down the hallway, and then as Devasho's traveling down this hallway, he's going to go past Echo 7 in the sprouts. He's going to go past Trest, and then right past Trest, there's a hallway that kind of branches off to our west side. And he's actually going to stand there.
Okay.
And he is, because with his 10 foot of reach, I don't know if this guy's going to get like a little bit of cover from that, since I'm technically kind of around a corner. I don't know how you want to rule that. But I think he wants to position himself there to try to make the attack.
That is fine, though. I will warn you, as soon as you go down that hallway, you see another one of these security robots coming right for you from behind.
Audience did like a surprised Pikachu face.
Yeah, it says, unauthorized persons detected, initiating neutralization protocol. First one's like, I already said that, shoot to kill. Kill them now.
I already read them Mirandas. You just kill them.
It's in my programming. I can't not say that. The third one comes from behind you and says, initiate. We already said that twice. Just kidding. There's just 2. What you want to do, Tyler, now that you've got that information?
Okay.
Still want to beat up on this one?
Yes, because this guy's just going to come up behind me and hit me anyway. So
probably.
I might as well just at least have a chance to put some damage on the board here now. So yeah, let's hit it with a shield. And no bonuses and no blade yet. I've rolled... Okay, that's a cracked die on roll 20. Obviously, I should get to re-roll that.
It says... I don't know, it's pretty specifically saying it's a 5 that you rolled here.
I mean, I know what the macro says, but nobody cares about that. I care about the 3D dice. Oh, yeah,
quick,
5 on the die.
Shake your computer monitor.
Yeah, hold on, yeah.
That is a miss.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I got.
With my 1 roll of initiative, I get to go before Zinnia because she's dead. Doesn't know what's happening. You can make an attack of opportunity, Tyler, as this one is going to shoot at you point blank.
Well, that's quite mean.
Well, I mean, you are unauthorized personnel. And
that's a better swing.
Hey,
16 on the dice, 21 to hit.
Oh, hey, okay, now calm down. That is a hit.
9 points of gotcha damage.
Oh, you did get me this time. 9 this time. So this thing is now bloodied as you see some sparks like spewing out of its side, and I don't know. It says neutralization protocol initiating, persons detected, unauthorized. It's a little mixed up. It's a little confused, but it's still going to try and shoot you. Point blank.
Fair enough.
Hey, 17 on my dice. That is definitely a hit, and it is. This is non-lethal. It has a pulsecaster pistol inside of it.
Oh, now I feel kind of
blast you. But it's max damage, so don't feel that bad. 5 points of electricity damage, and I think you're the main target for this other one too. So it's going to do the same. Single shot against you. 14 on the dice is a hit.
Rolls.
And max damage.
Oh, come on, Patrick.
4 on the dice, 5 points of electricity damage. That is their turn. Zinnia, you are last in the turn order, but you're next. What would you like to do?
All right. Well, Zinnia has been looking behind her this whole time, clearly, but now realizes nothing's back there and turns around to find all of her friends in the middle of a firefight. And she is going to...
They're like over comms, like, Zinnia, quickly! You're like, huh?
Okay, she's going to fly. How high are the ceilings here?
12 foot.
Okay. She's just going to fly, just kind of hover in the air, and get a little bit closer. And I'm going to shoot stealthily with my laser pistol with the trick.
Okay. Shooting at the one that is currently...
Oh, wait. I was going to ask if I can identify this, or do I need to identify it?
Yes.
Do I know what it is?
To get your bonus, you would need to. That would be engineering.
Okay, I'll do that first. It's a 13. No, 14.
That will be enough to know just 2 pieces of information about them. They are observer class security robots, and I think we fought them in every single book 1 of the Starfinder APs thus far. But you may not remember what they do. What would you like to know?
Xenia hasn't fought one, has she?
That is true.
Yeah. So Rebecca knows all about them, but Xenia
it's probably
is new.
been like a full year since you fought one in against the Aeon Throne. So what would you like to know about them?
Do they have any special abilities, special attacks?
They do. They have. Let's see. One is. Oh no, they're both technically defensive. The one that is not specifically something you would be able to tell just by looking at it is called exigency, and the robot can spend a large store of its energy to increase its processing power to avoid an attack and re-roll a failed reflex save with a +10 bonus. They are very fast. Very, very good at reflex. So something like a grenade they can like try and double dip, dodge, dive, duck, and dodge out of the way of. What else would you like to know?
Defenses? Or does that count as defense?
That is one of its defensive abilities. It has construct immunities, but I'll give you a weakness. It is, of course, weak to electricity.
Ooh, okay.
Go ahead and make your attack now.
Okay. This is actually CR 16 or lower on the trick, so that goes off.
Oh, goodness.
And that is a 16 to attack.
So, success. How much damage?
Awesome. So 3 damage.
Ooh, it's still up, though. Ooh, this one's still up. It's gotten hit by nearly everyone here. Trest, we're back to you. You can see this thing full light now. What would you like to do, Jabber?
Oh, yeah, it's been hit by nearly everybody.
Nearly everyone everyone that's tried, right?
Yeah, everyone who could reach it.
Which means
now
you're
I
putting
can reach it.
The final nail in this coffin, right?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna jog on up and try to chop off that zapping gun.
Protocol initiate. Beep beep beep.
Ooh, 15 versus KAC.
That is exactly its KAC.
Shoo, 4 points of damage.
It had 1 left, so it goes down in a smoking, spritzing shower of sparks.
Oh, teamwork!
Chop the dome into 2 perfectly shaped salad bowls with electronic parts in them.
We'll make soup in these later.
Got a stew going.
Right.
Drew, you're next with Echo 7. I don't think you can currently see the other security robots in the hallway you are in. But, you know it's there because you heard a shot coming from that direction.
Okay, so I'm going to run down here and turn just to see what's going down.
Moving there, you can just see it, I think, on the dim light being shed by Devasho. But to get a good look at it, you would have to be within 15 feet with your light or Sprout's light.
Well, I have infrared sensors, so doesn't that give me a certain amount of dark vision?
Does it? Oh, you have them installed in your armor, right?
Right.
You tell me. Is that what they? Yeah, that's what they do. Correct.
Yeah, I think it's 60 feet. Isn't that right?
Oh, nice. Now you're like a real robot boy, a true robot boy. I forgot you took that armor that already had it installed. Correct.
Yes, and I declared that I was kicking them on as we came inside. So.
Excellent. Go ahead and make your attack.
All right. Gonna shoot this dude with an azimuth artillery laser. Here we go. 16 to hit.
Ooh, that's a hit.
2 damage.
All right, doubling that one from last turn, scoring a hit off the dome of this robot. Miles, you're next. Sprouts, once again, can just see this thing in that dim light.
All right, so Sprouts is going to take his shot. Try the trick attack. CR 11. And a natural 20 on the dice.
Trick goes through, and boy, does it. This, besides being weak to electricity, these robots are weak to critical hits.
Oh, I think that deserves.
Boom shakalaka! That's what you call a cosmic crit! Kaboom!
Yeah.
All right. You figure out the damage right now, and it's going to be 1.5 times that damage. As I'm going to thank one of our Patreon subscribers at the $10 level or above, and I think this week, I don't know if we have a specific shout out, but I want to shout out Tom Gooden, who is one of our subscribers and has been on our Patreon for some time. Thank you for supporting us. If you want to get a shout out on the air every time me or one of these fools rolls a crit, join on our Patreon page. What you got?
So it would be 9 times 1.5 would be 13.5. So I guess we round up for that.
13, yeah. All right, that is not enough to destroy this thing.
14.
No, it rounds down.
Oh, rounds down. Okay.
Yeah. Not enough to destroy it, but it is nearly destroyed from one very clean, targeted shot to maybe like its ocular sensor in the front, where it's like, I don't know what to do now. Tyler, can you bring us home with Devasho? You are next.
Hopefully, yes.
Maybe. I believe in you, Tyler. I believe in you.
I believe that maybe yes.
Let's move up to this robot. I don't need to get that close. And
10 feet away.
Let's do a punch. This is going to be a shield. I'm just going to uppercut it right into the ceiling. One hopes. One does. 19 against KAC as I hit 9 points of uppercut into the ceiling damage.
Yeah, with that thing is bifurcated once more by your energy shield. You maybe hit some pipes up there and some steam comes out as it dies. And we are out of combat.
Woo!
Great. It does seem pretty quiet. Those of you that can hear in the rest of the facility, doesn't sound like anything else is coming your direction. So we are out of it, and hopefully you are scot-free. What would you like to do now?
There were some rooms in the corridor we just kind of fought in.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking we could, pop some doors over there.
On the western side of the building? So there are what looks like, now that you're looking at it, 4 different rooms along the western side of this facility. You just want to take them in turn?
Yep. Let's just slide them open. If there seems like there might be some supplies inside that we could use to like give to people, then we'll take them. Otherwise we'll move on.
So does everyone want to go in these rooms and take a look around?
Yeah.
So the first one, it is a fairly small room as you open the door here, and it looks to be a security station for the hangar. You see a couple of metal chairs before a dead computer terminal with several monitors hanging above it on the wall. So that is what you see in this room. It does look, once again, like the power is out here. So probably not a lot you can do with this yet.
Okay. And this wouldn't be like the area where we could... This is just security. We can't restore power using these terminals.
No. And it looks like maybe just, a room that you see like another security camera in this hallway. Now that you're looking around for it, you think that you'd be able to access that data from here, those security feeds, if the power was up. And going down the other 3 rooms, they look, as you go into them one by one, to be storage. They are indeed marked as such, and they are nearly identical storage spaces packed with mostly empty crates, cabinets, boxes, and things like that. Why don't you guys make me a perception check as you're searching through these? Perfect.
It's a 19 for Xenia if it's vision based.
It is, and it is dim, dark in here, and along with, it looks like Echo 7's got that as well. An 18. So while examining the southernmost room here, you find what looks like laid out on one of these crates a physical manual, like a paper manual that reads as its title, Starship Maintenance and Launch Procedures.
Oh, that could be handy.
It does indeed look like it is, if you're leafing through it, in common, the ways you would go about refueling a starship's conventional thrusters from a TL9000 series Fasterton-based refueling system.
Xenia will pocket this as the resident engineer / pilot.
And Echo 7, Drew, looking through the middle room here, you find in the middle storage area an armor upgrade. still in its packaging, though covered in dust, known as an auto CPR unit. Auto CPR unit. I think that is from Armory.
So that automatically stabilize?
Yes. So when one of your vital signs falls below an acceptable level, it administers aid. So it monitors like your heart rate, blood pressure, things like that. And if you are 0 points in dying on the next turn, it will attempt to stabilize you with a +5 total skill bonus. So it'll attempt to perform that stabilization.
Pretty cool.
Something to look over. I don't know if anybody wants to take some time to install it right now, but you can if you'd like.
I mean, I have Devasho has that magical hybrid twirly gig that can save his life. So if somebody else wants to auto CPR, I don't know if I need two items that save my life.
I feel like,
but I'll take two. I mean, I'll take 2 items that save his life. I don't want him to die, but it might be better to spread those kind of resources out.
I mean, I feel like one of these needs to go to Trest because of his ability to stabilize this as a cantrip.
I mean, yeah.
That may be a useful thing. Yeah, because I have a free upgrade slot now.
Nice.
I'll hang on to it until we're able to install it.
Well, like I said, if you guys are spending time now to search through these rooms, once you get to that second room, if you want to do that, you can. And I'm going to start revealing other parts of this facility as you're walking around. It looks like the hallway where the second security robot came from is kind of towards the middle of the facility, and there are 2 large rooms, one in the north, one in the south, and then there's another hallway leading to the east from there. And there's a couple of doors on the south and one on the north of that hallway.
I want to check out this southern room.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like you and Devasho are headed on over. Do you guys, does everyone else want to go to the other room, or what do you want to do? Divide these up if you'd like.
I'm going where Echo goes.
You don't have a choice.
I feel like Echo wants to post up in the hallway near some of this stuff in case something goes down that he needs to.
On Overwatch, as it were.
Yeah.
Okay, so opening up this door. Let's go to here. And I will reveal it on the map. Pow. Popping open this door, the center of the room is occupied by a large power core stretching from floor to ceiling. Cables attached to the core stretch in all directions overhead, and you can see a security camera pointed at the power core, as well as a small computer terminal adjacent to it that emits a dim light.
Okay, Zinnia is going to go disable the security camera.
Okay, so like just snap the wires that you don't want anyone seeing your dirty deeds here.
Yeah. And then she's going to go to the computer terminal and have some fun.
Sure. It looks like it's going to take some time here, but the power core is on like emergency power right now, and booting it back up. You can either do so manually with engineering or through the computer terminal with a computer's check. But either of which you think is going to take like a good 10 minutes.
Okay. Hey, I mean, I'm not picky. Do y'all have advice? Does it matter?
I can look in other rooms at the facility while you do this. Why don't you go ahead and turn on the power?
Okay.
Is there anything about this in the book?
This is not a part of the refueling station. This looks like just part of the facility. But you imagine if you find a ship or refueling system, it will need to be powered. So, Rebecca, this can be either computer or engineering.
Okay. I mean, they're the same for me, so I'll just do engineering. It's a 16.
Yep, that will be a success. And like I said, it does look like it is going to take some time. So as you are in this room working about, you find a small cabinet nearly flush against the wall in like a corner of the room as you're working on the power core. And inside there is an engineering toolkit, a fully charged beacon, like a portable light, kind of like a tower light, and a spare battery.
Nice.
And let's go. So there's this room to the north here. It looks like everyone else is maybe heading up that way while you are turning the core on. And this is what you see inside. And I will read a quick description here, as the main feature of this room is a large elevator platform set into a massive metal hatch in the floor. A massive crate occupies the platform, and above 2 metallic doors cover a dark shaft that seems to exit the chamber at a kind of like a 45-degree angle headed north. There's another security camera here pointed at the platform. There's some empty crates and packing material that line the walls, and the room stinks fairly of axle grease. And what else? Along the southern wall here, you see plugged into a stationary battery pack what looks like a fully charged carbo lifter suit of powered armor. What would you guys like to do? The 4 gents here popping into this room.
Tress, do you think you can operate that cargo loader?
Absolutely not. I am not trained to do that. That would be very much against the rules.
I believe Echo 7 has mentioned working with equipment of some kind. Echo, can you work this cargo lifter in the room?
Echo 7 has already discarded all of his armor in order to get into this thing.
Well, you can have light armor on when you wear power armor.
Don't get naked. Oh no, Echo! Stop it!
Wait, is Echo naked all the time? Are you just like in your skin?
Is this kind of like Idris Elba in Cats, where it's like when he takes off the coat, he looks like weirdly more naked?
Can we not ever reference Cats again on this podcast?
Welcome to the Cats Cast, everybody. It's our new podcast within a podcast. It's
how to be Jellicle in Starfinder.
Right.
Cats McCrit.
Oh yeah, you know if Trest goes down, I'm coming back as Mr. Mistopheles, the Patra mystic. Magical mist.
So never killing diverse character. Got it.
Hooray!
The big bad is about to like bring a sword down on you, and it's like Tyler's character. Never mind. So yeah, I mean, you can take this armor. What else do you guys want to do in this room? Taking a look around, or
yeah?
Does this look like the portion of the platform that sort of you would put something on and it would lift up and then it would go elsewhere?
Yeah. Yes, you didn't see it from above, but like you think you would see this sticking out of the ground even under the snow if it was up top. And there is a large crate in the middle of the platform.
Ooh, could I go take a look at the crate? Mayhaps.
It is extremely large, nearly takes up the entire platform, and it is it's labeled "Return to Sender." And there's some technical jargon on the outside of it. Do you want to crack this open?
Yeah. If it just if it doesn't say what it is, that would, got to make sure it's something safe.
Inside, it might take you a minute to put 2 and 2 together between like the PO order on the outside and what you're looking at, but it seems to be a partially disassembled drift engine in some kind of state of disrepair. And yeah, it seems like perhaps it was being taken away, brought back upstairs at some point.
We might need that.
It is about maybe 5 foot tall and like 6 by 5 foot wide.
If only we had a cargo lifter.
I was about to say it would probably take at least 3 people with a strength score of 16 or higher working together to shimmy it around, move it. So, Tyler, what's Devasho's strength?
I believe 16.
Oh, well, that's useful. But if you are indeed able to get into this suit of powered armor, Echo 7, that will beef up your strength, right?
It should.
Yeah, it basically replaces his strength with the suit strength.
Yes, that brings your strength up to 20, and also gives you the large size. You're basically like the power lifter from the end of Aliens, or the beginning of Aliens. But you not being trained with the powered armor proficiency, you're basically limited to like little baby steps. There is a penalty to your EAC and KAC, and you are always flat-footed and off target. But if you want to climb into this thing, you are able to move this box with Devasho wherever you'd like. And there's a larger door here, like a cargo door into this room that you can open up. So let's say 10 minutes have passed and you guys are able to get the power core back online, Zinnia. And as you do, it goes from like complete darkness to emergency lights to eventually all the lights on in the facility. So we are back to normal light, and you guys can all see the remaining doors here. A couple to the north, a couple to the south in this easterly headed hallway.
There's not like a dimmer switch on that, by the way. Like you can't make it dim, but have the power still on.
If you want to
be better for me.
turn the lights off in the facility, it might be located at another computer terminal.
Zinni, I was actually about to say, maybe Devasha, when he sees the lights come on, would open comms to Zinni and it's like,
should we check out that security panel that we saw earlier? Maybe rip the feeds from those videos and see if we cannot discover something. It also might help us locate the hangar bay with the ship.
I was thinking the same thing. I think we should backtrack a little bit before we go down this hallway.
Fine idea.
Back to this top room, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. The computers are like rebooting and stuff as you go here. And it looks like about 8 different security feeds. Actually, no, I think 10, because there's one that would be outside looking out. I think that got destroyed. One in the hallway where the trap was set off. One is down because you cut the the feed to the power core room. But there's a couple others around the facility, and one of them is indeed in what looks like a large hangar bay where you see a very sleek, like the side of a blue and orange ship. Anybody that wants to help out here, going and looking through this feed of these different rooms, make me a perception check.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
16 from Sprouts.
13 from Echo 7.
23 from Zinnia, if it's vision-based.
It is. Looking at them computer feeds.
23 also from Trest.
Good. So both Trest and Xenia, as you're looking through these feeds, maybe trying to figure out how you're going to get into this computer system here, you see like a flash of movement from the terminal, as there's next to this large starship a couple of like boxes and crates, and you see something like very quickly move past those crates and out of the camera's view. In addition to that, you're not sure exactly what you saw there. There's the computer here, and you can see a couple of different rooms. One of them that looks like there's a lot of mechanical equipment and hoses and things. And there's another that looks like a small break room. A third that looks like maybe flight controls. There's like a lot of chairs and computer consoles and things like that. And another room where there are 2 more security robots just kind of like hovering in place. And that was what you guys see on these screens.
Is there any sort of a graphical display of where these rooms are, like on a map, sort of Five Nights at Freddy's style?
That's a great question. I don't think so. That might be something that could be in the computer system, but there's nothing, no password on a Post-it note on the camera feed.
Can I try to hack in to see if we can get some more lay of the land?
What you have your comm unit here. This looks like a pretty beefy computer system. Is there anyone that wants to help her out?
I would love to hit some buttons.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Sprouts will help.
Oh, probably for the best.
That's a 20.
All right. So
Good.
aided. Do you want to try, Tyler?
Oh, sorry. Oh, I got a natural 20. So I think
Oh, jeez. Never mind.
I'm pretty sure this computer test has been passed.
That one has. And as you hack into this computer, barely with Sprout's help, it is a tier 3 computer. So this was a DC 25 to get into here. You have access to, I guess maybe shut off that trap from here, and access to those feeds, so you can like shut off the security feeds if you'd like. And in those, it will identify each room, not where it is. There is not a map, but what each room is. And indeed, it's flight control. There's the refueling room, break room, see power core, freight elevator, things like that, as well as the hangar bay. And there is another section of the computer here that is listed as being behind a separate subroutine, and it is Robot Command, Security Robot Command.
Ooh, we could have some fun with some security robots.
If by fun you mean turn them off, yeah, let's maybe try to turn them off.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously.
To do that, it will require a separate computers check.
Okay, I will try.
Anybody
Probably won't get a natural 20 this time.
Oh my goodness, if you do.
I will try to aid.
Devasha, do you want to try to help?
I mean, I'm untrained. Is that okay?
You can. I mean, it's DC 10, so.
Yeah!
Natural 20.
Natural 20 from Devasha on the computer.
You pushed the buttons in the right order. Good job.
Yeah! Devasha's so excited. He's just hitting away. And
I'm giving you a minus 10 penalty for your enthusiasm, but that is still a 10, and that is enough.
All right, here goes. That's a 25.
Oh my goodness.
Plus the 2 assists would be a 29.
That is enough.
Yes.
DC 27, and you were able to hack in past a firewall. Looks like there was indeed a lockout countermeasure if you failed that. But yeah, you have access to these security robots, and from here you can shut them down.
Nice. I will do that immediately.
Yeah, you see it like typed out on the screen. Security protocols uninitialized. De-escalating situation. Right. That's mostly what you get from this room here, besides the information you've already gotten. Where would you guys like to head next?
Down that hallway to the east?
Yep. There's 2 doors to the south, 1 to the north.
All right. Let's
see.
take the one on the south that is furthest to the west. Sort of like the first one we come to.
Yeah.
And opening up, you see this is indeed the refueling section of this facility.
Oh, I have a book about this, don't I?
Yes. Fuel control. As you open the door, you're hit with the smell of combustible fuel as it hangs in the air. There are several pipes running along the ceiling and down to the southern wall, all connected to very complex fuel mixing devices along the sides of the room, as well as monitoring computers. The floor, ceiling, and walls are all bare cement here. And indeed, if you're looking through that book, it seems like this is used to mix chemicals held in large underground tanks for safety and storage to create starship fuel.
So can I see on the monitors, like, if the starship that is in the hangar bay is already filled, or like, how does this work?
It looks like that is controlled from somewhere else, but it looks like you will have to like get this started once the power went out. It probably like turned all of this off. So this will be another engineering check. It looks like Xenia might be the star of this episode. Who saw that coming? A lot of engineering, a lot of potential computers checks as well.
Y'all are lucky you have me around.
Success hasn't gone to her head at all.
Says the girl that rolls a natural 2.
Yeah,
pride does come before the fall.
So can this be assisted? And if we assist, is there any chance that this still passes? If we
assisting happens before the roll, but she gets a +2 bonus for having the book in front of her.
Oh, nice! So that makes it a 13.
Still a fail. So that takes about 5 minutes before you're like covered in grease and stuff like that, like poking around these machines. You're like, maybe you need some help here. So who's going inside to help out with it?
I'll help.
Tress, you got a strong arm. He's poking a sword into stuff.
It needs some elbow grease, and I'll help like turn a wrench or something.
Sure. Make me those aided engineering checks first. All right. Dressed, aided. Echo 7, aided. So +4, +6 bonus in total here. Rebecca.
All right. So roll it again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm channeling my inner Kaylee right now.
Oh.
17 plus
It wanted to be a 20 so bad.
It was almost a 20. Yes, +6. That is going to be enough. It's another 5 minutes, but eventually you hear the drum turning over, and you know what sounds like very highly viscous liquid being squirted into it, and the entire room kind of like hums to life as each system in order kind of starts up and mixes in different liquids here. Excellent. Wow. You guys are rushing through this area here. Where are we going next?
Let's go to the north, kind of the next door we come to.
Mm-hmm. Okay, opening up this door to the north. This is indeed flight control. You see a row of computer consoles set into the northern wall behind a very large transparent aluminum window through which you can see the hangar and a very large ship. There's a security camera looking out over you all and a door heading to the east. What would you like to do?
Those are all disabled, right? We've disabled all the feeds.
You did not tell me you wanted to do that, but you can go back to the computer room and just cut them all off.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured we did. But
yes, no sign of your crimes will be recorded. Just steal a starship.
Just to be clear, this is not a crime. This is not a crime. We are liberating this.
Papers of Order, Part 26. Subsection A.
That's true. I guess
in time
it's
of
fine.
war, the SDF can commandeer any vehicle.
Right. For purposes of rescuing civilians or rescuing other SDF members, we may commandeer a vehicle.
Does the door to the east here, like, obviously lead to the hangar? Is that kind of like a...
We know there's a break room that we haven't come across yet as well.
Yeah, there seems to be another room headed to the east. Do you want to open that up?
Yeah.
Inside, you find another door, a cargo door, and a couple of disabled security robots, which we don't get to fight anymore.
I come up and I pat one on the head, and I keep on walking.
Friendship protocol initiated. Follows you.
Yes!
Before leaving flight control, is there anything like to do on these computer terminals, or do I need to like activate flight control on a vehicle, or I don't know how spaceships work?
Make me an engineering check.
It's a 25.
Please. Okay. You can examine, like, the computers here are online immediately as the power is turned back on, and there are readouts for like the ship, and you can see it is in working order. It's like clear. But the conventional thrusters do need refueling.
Okay.
And doing so will be a computer's check to navigate the system. It is not locked, but it is a little confusing.
But I can refuel them from where I am.
Yeah, this is like flight control for everything for the hangar.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
If the ship is in working order, do we know why there's a second drift drive that is returned to sender?
You'd have to get on board to figure that out.
I guess that's true.
All right, that's a 27 on the computer's check.
Yep, so that is enough to get this refueling process started, but like about 10 seconds into it, there is like a flashing red symbol on the computer screen. It seems like there's a hitch in the system, as it says the fuel hose clamp in the hangar needs to be like fixed. There's something that won't allow fuel to go through currently. So something out in the hangar bay needs to be
time to
corrected.
investigate. Open the cargo door.
Oh yeah. So it reads damage to fuel hose clamp number 4. Please repair or replace in order to maintain pressure. Let me figure out here and get the art for you of this ship. As you look out from the flight control, you can see on its side, it says Terminus Wild on the side. This is what this thing looks like.
Oh, it's so tiny.
It's actually a very large ship, but it's a small picture.
Oh. It looks a little like a cruise ship, like a cruise liner.
It is. It's a private pleasure craft, and it's very large.
I feel like a team of skittermanders would come across that drifting in space, and then
wait a minute.
It also gives me kind of a Space Ace vibe.
Right.
I don't know if you've ever played the Space Ace games, but
I've not. I just learned of their existence, I think, this year.
Oh man, you would have a blast with them.
Not as popular as their counterpart.
Yeah, I guess they weren't. I mean, they were. It's another conversation for another day.
Opening up the door here to the hangar bay. You see a massive jet blast set of deflectors occupying the majority of the floor underneath the starship that fills this hangar bay. The room is maybe 200 feet long, about half that distance wide and tall. The area around the vessel is crowded with heavy-duty equipment, a few wheeled tool cabinets. There's a pile of pallets and crates stacked in the southeast corner. And just that service door leading to the south. And the huge aluminum steel window looking into the flight control room. There is a pair of deactivated ceiling mounted security cameras on each end of the hangar bay. And yeah, that's where you guys get your first look at Terminus Wild written across the backside of it in this large garish letters. It is a medium transport frame with a very sleek profile, built in the Susquehanna-based Flux Industries, and indeed, you can tell that there's a couple of observation windows along its side, as well as the aft and forward lower decks. So it is indeed like a something you take out on the weekends. The starship you take out on the weekends. It's a blackish blue color with orange and yellow highlights, and it is a fairly ostentatious show of wealth. This is like a private vessel. Right. So what would you guys like to do now?
Well, I think Xenia would tell everyone we need to find fuel pump 4. Is that what it was called? Mm-hmm. Fuel connector pump thing. Number 4. Yeah, because it needs to be repaired. But stay vigilant because we did see some weird stuff on the security cameras in this room.
All right.
So you guys
looking
around.
If you point Devasho in the right direction of hose clamp number 4, he'll head off that direction.
Sprouts is just kind of staring into space because he can't hear anything.
You can write out messages or text messages to one another.
I guess Xenia is deaf too. She's probably miming. She's talking with her hands a lot. So.
Yeah, maybe about half an hour has passed since you guys got down here. Doing some major work on these systems, but you're still an hour and a half and 2.5 hours away from getting your hearing back.
All right, so number 4.
Yeah, place yourself around the room where you'd like to take a look. Devasha, you move like underneath, and you can like put your people on top of the ship here. It'll be like you're walking underneath it. Devasho, you move right over to where it looks like a small lift is able to come down from the ship, and that's where it looks like the people loader in the back is.
Can I lower it?
Yes. You want to pop on board?
Yeah.
Everyone make me a perception check. Tell me what you get.
17 for Echo 7.
12 for Sprouts.
Is this normal light?
In here, yes. Yeah.
So 21 for Xenia.
It's like floodlights overhead illuminating this.
Ever vigilant Devasho has a 9.
I got a 14.
So Xenia, you're able to see along the wall here to the east where it looks like there are a few like levered arms that would move over to the back of the starship that seem to be resting against the wall here, but you imagine those are indeed the fuel hose pumps. Okay,
Xenia will go over to what she surmises to be fuel pump 4 by counting left to right.
You and your math figuring out my fuel pump puzzle. As you move on over there, climbing atop these crates, you see a wriggling mass of fungal tentacles and a mouth of sharp teeth, and it psychically calls out into all of your minds a question. Just a single question. It says,
do any of you know the rate at which black holes consume nearby drift space? Of course, within a galvanic state.
This is what this guy looks like.
Oh, bummer. That's a bummer. That's a real bummer.
What? He's a cute little tentacle fungal friend.
Yeah, he's a little trivia buddy.
Yeah, I know. What
it's another one of those teethy mouths.
Oh yeah.
He's
got a question for you. Does anybody want to answer?
Do you mean an African black hole or an unladen black hole?
European black hole.
European black hole.
Australian, of course. Ignorance is no excuse. It's time you all perish along with the rest of this planet, you fools. Oh, and one more thing.
Yeah?
To be continued.
I think that is the ugliest creature to deliver a to be continued that we've had.
I say it every week, Tyler, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, wow.
Self-burn.
Suicide by burn. Yeah.
We're going to start next week in combat as you guys are racing to refuel the Terminus Wild and hopefully hightail it off of this planet before things go south. Everyone, thank you for playing with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Listeners, thanks for listening, though that's basically all you do here on the podcast. Thank you anyway. And guys, have a great week.
Good night.
Cheers.